Hello, this is Editing Paul from the future. We had so many problems during the recording of this episode that I just need to give you a warning that some of our voices are going to sound weird because I literally had to re-record segments and post them into the spots where they should have been in the first place. So sorry if it sounds a little bit weird at times. I literally had to do that to make this episode work because we did not want to re-record a whole 45-minute long episode. Thanks for your understanding.
Hello and welcome to Scooped, the ice cream review podcast where we try all the cone creations, signature slushes, and frozen foods on the East Coast to give you the ultimate scoop. My name is Holly Hagman and with me is my co-host, husband, and ice cream connoisseur, Paul Percibali. Paul, how do ice cream scoops sleep at night?
Standing up?
How would that work?
I mean, if they're in a cone, they have to be standing up. You can't have a cone on its side.
Oh. No, they spoon.
God damn it.
Oh, in our last episode, we reviewed the Baked Bear, which we placed at the S tier level. And for this episode, we are reviewing an independently owned Connecticut shop that puts modern twists on old favorites, Sundae Afternoon.
What another clever little name involving the word Sunday.
Yes, this is the first one officially that we're, reviewing for the show that has Sundae in the title, but boy, there will be a few of them.
And this one is spelled Sundae.
Yes,
Sunday. All one word.
Sunday Afternoon. You know, like an ice cream sundae.
Yes.
Very cute.
So
this is... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go on.
I was just going to say, I think it's exciting that we're finally branching outside of New Jersey for this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is our first out-of-state ep, so...
And I feel like the vast majority of the places that we're going to be reviewing outside of New Jersey is going to just be Connecticut.
Yeah, it's true. But we're going to have a Vermont episode. We have an upstate New York one, so we've got some stuff coming down the pike eventually.
Yes.
That's a little teaser for you folks at home.
Mm-hmm.
But for today, we have a shop located in Wallingford, Connecticut, and we're going to learn first about its owner and then about the shop's little history. So, take it away, Paul.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And this is found on their website?
Of course.
Okay. So, Lisa, founded by Lisa Calhoun. I pronounced that correct?
Yep, I think so.
Cool. In 2023, so the store is not that old.
It's a very new ice cream shop.
It looks cute, though.
It's very cute, and we have pictures, and we'll include them as we talk about it, but yeah.
It looks like it has history, which confuses me now. Oh, whatever. Anyway, Lisa has always loved ice cream. A self-described ice cream fanatic, she knows what quality is when it comes to the tasty treat. When the ice cream parlor she had visited for years decided to move to the other side of her town, she decided that she was going to take matters into her own hands. She opened her own ice cream parlor and now creates delicious treats for her guests. Drawing from her own experience, Lisa takes traditional ice cream desserts and transforms them into dishes for a modern audience. Stop in for ice cream nachos, ice cream tacos, egg creams, and more. There was the ice cream bomb, wasn't there?
Yeah, and we'll get to that. That's on the signature dishes list. But they had, in addition to just regular ice cream, they had a lot of ice cream novelties on their list.
Yes.
Like a lot.
It was very fancy, and they had an entire fridge full of them that you could just take to go.
Yep. So it was exciting to see. But furthering the stuff about Sunday Afternoon, according to their website, under the About Us section, it says, We are committed to using only the freshest ingredients to create flavors that are both familiar and adventurous, ensuring that every bite carries the warmth of nostalgia with a fresh, exciting twist. From classic vanilla bean, rich with the scent of childhood.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
I'm sorry, who wrote this? That's a little dramatic. To bold, inventive creations that intrigue the palate. Sunday afternoon is a sanctuary for all ice cream enthusiasts, like us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the target audience.
We are definitely ice cream enthusiasts. As we open our doors this November 2023. Okay, so this was written in the... Anyway.
Yeah, like a year from now.
We're not a year in the past.
Well, a year in the past.
We're not just launching a business, we're embarking on a mission to sweeten life's moments, one scoop at a time.
Yes.
Lisa Calhoun and the Sunday Afternoon family eagerly await your visit. Here's to creating delicious memories together.
Well, it definitely created a couple of memories for us.
Oh, definitely. We have some memories to talk about, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
That was definitely a fun weekend.
It was. Do we want to talk about the weekend now or after the dishes? I guess we could talk about it now.
Yeah, it makes more sense to talk about it now.
Okay. It's later in the notes, but we'll just talk about it now.
Yeah.
So,
explain that fun weekend.
So, part of the reason that we were able to review Sunday Afternoon is because we traveled to Connecticut for a long weekend in October for my friend Carly's wedding.
Yes.
Yes. My friend Carly, who I met actually in Connecticut at on our graduate school program for creative writing, got married this October to her fiance, now husband, Derek, and it was a really nice time. We got to go.
A little scary.
Oh, it was a little scary, and we'll talk about...
For two reasons.
Two?
Yeah, I mean, it was all spooky at the lodge.
Yeah, okay. Yes, the place where they got married was at like a ski resort kind of place. But there was no snow on the mountain. They were just doing, because it was mid-October, they were doing like a haunted lodge kind of thing. So there were spooky decorations all over the place, and there, cobwebs and the giant skeletons and different kind of the Halloween decoration things happening.
And most scary of all, drunk people.
Really? That's what you were most scared of?
Absolutely. I mean, a whole bunch of drunk people in costumes. I think that's like a...
When were they in costumes?
Well, weren't some of them in costumes when they were going on the Halloween trail? Or were they just dressed normally?
I think they were just in clothes.
I thought I saw some people in costumes.
I think they were the workers on the haunted Halloween trail.
Yeah, that actually would make sense.
That's what I'm saying. Wow, that's a special yawn today.
I don't know what it is about this podcast. I get tired every time I sit down to do it.
It's very strange. No, that was like that was like the one that makes your eyes water.
My eyes are watering.
I just had to watch Paul wipe away a tear.
Yes.
Clearly this podcast makes him cry.
Yes. That's definitely it.
We're so scared of the Halloween trail. And it's bringing back these painful memories.
Mm.
But anywho, we were there for my friend's wedding. It was a lot of fun. I really thought the scariest part that you were going to bring up was the ski lift.
I mean, obviously, that was a joke. I don't really think that a couple of people in costumes are scarier than heights.
This is fair.
Heights are my worst fear.
Indeed. And this just goes to show how much, at least how much I love my friend Carly. Paul kind of got dragged along. But we had to go up the ski lift to get to the space where the ceremony was. And it was an experience.
Not an experience I'd ever want to do again.
No, thank you. But it was a beautiful view once we got up there. And the ceremony was lovely, and we got a lot of nice pictures with us and friends who were at the wedding and things like that. So it ended up being worth it. I think it was just frightening.
Yes, I really, really thought about just walking up and down the mountain myself, but it's literally a mountain.
Yeah, I think if anything, maybe you could have rented one of those dirt bikes that the other, at the other lift
Yes.
the guys had.
I don't know why I, insisted on, following the crowd. I should have just used the other lift to get back down the mountain. I don't know why we all just went down the one side.
Well, because that was the only way we could go down.
But the other lift did have, a down.
It did, but nobody was manning it.
So?
So we couldn't just hop on an unattended ski lift. If you're afraid of the one that is attended, that's even more concerning.
Well, they were overloading it. There was supposed to be 5 people in between each person on the way down, and they had, every other carriage, and the whole thing was, dipping really far on the side that all the people were loaded onto. I would have rather taken my chances with the unmanned one.
Well, we survived, so clearly it was okay.
Or did we?
Whoa.
Okay.
This podcast has been over for 40 years.
Dang.
Anyway. So, after the harrowing trip up and down the ski lift, we actually, we ended up having some time between the ceremony end time and the reception start time, and that is when we ended up going to Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
To kill that time we had in between.
It was 2 or 3 hours or something like that.
A little less by the time
we got there.
Everything settled. I would say we had an hour and a half to kill, which was perfect because that way we were able to have some really cool ice cream.
Yes. And good ice cream that it was.
Indeed. So, speaking of the ice cream, let's talk about the signature dishes that Sunday afternoon has.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll talk about all the different things we had, because this time we had multiple bonus treats, because we went with a large group.
Yes, we did.
Of friends.
Yes, it was 3 extra people with us, right?
Correct.
All right.
So we had a lot of different things to talk about, and we have lots of different flavors to discuss, and different, cones and cups and toppings and no toppings and all kinds of stuff. So,
yes.
But first, let's talk about Sunday afternoon's signature dishes.
Okay. So, they are marketed as innovative flavors for the adventurous palate. That's a snazzy way of putting it.
I would say so.
So, in their listing, they have, for the hard ice cream flavors, the ones that are featured on the website were cotton candy, Smurf, which is apparently blue marshmallow flavored ice cream, butterscotch bomb, which sounds like too much butterscotch than any one person should ever have, raspberry truffle. Were there any other ones, noteworthy on the list to add to, Holly?
I'm counting.
Oh, that's a big list.
Okay. So this is actually kind of funny, because we just said this in the previous episode, but this episode also brought to you by the number 38, apparently, because according to the picture I took of the chalkboard flavor sign at Sunday afternoon, in addition to the featured things on the website that they have, I guess, all the time, they had 38 different flavors of ice cream to choose from. And I'm telling you, they all looked so good. The biggest problem I had with this place was just choice paralysis.
Yes.
I had no idea what to do. It took us so long. We were standing there, all of us, for a really long time before any of us committed to a flavor.
It was at least 10 minutes.
It was a lot. We let other people go in front of us. We had different samples of things to see, what we could eat, and what we ended up getting wasn't necessarily what we sampled, and it was just a whole big production to try and make a choice at this place.
Right. Now, Oh, sorry if I zoned out for a second. What else reached the number 38?
Oh, in our previous episode, when we did the Baked Bear, there were 38 locations.
Oh.
So we made a joke that this episode was brought to you by the number 38 and the letter B in the last episode.
Interesting.
So now this
so
episode...
then it turns out like how what number is it? 13 that like hotels don't have the floor like the room for or something like that.
Sometimes they don't because they think it's unlucky, but what's wrong with 38?
No, I'm just saying maybe 38's a lucky number in the ice cream world.
Oh, maybe. Maybe it is. It is now.
Okay.
For us anyway.
So along with hard ice cream flavors, they also have sundaes. Is that like the traditional sundaes, the banana split sundaes or ice cream sundaes or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Different kinds of sundaes.
And sundaes are just... I feel like this is going to be another milkshake situation where you make fun of me for the rest of forever. But sundaes are just like ice cream in a bowl with like fruit or something and then a topping, right? That's the definition?
Yes, typically a sundae is ice cream with some kind of toppings, a sauce...
My leg!
And take 2. Okay, so apparently your laptop didn't like me talking about sundaes.
Yeah, it seemed that way, didn't it?
It was very angry at us.
Yes.
So
what is this, like 2 weeks later now?
It's a while. It's been a minute because the laptop exploded mid-recording. We were lucky that we didn't lose the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, especially with how it blue screened.
It was very scary. We were this was the first time we had technical problems mid-recording. Like, we've had some stuff after or whatever or before, but not during.
No.
That was scary.
Yeah, that was very sad, because I thought we lost the first 15 minutes of the recording.
Yeah.
But, luckily, the computer didn't completely shut off, just blue screen to, like, save itself.
Mm-hmm.
And, we were able to load everything back up, save it, and, now we're picking back up.
And here we are.
Yes, completely new computer later. Well, started this on a laptop, finishing this on a desktop.
Yes,
and
we have upgraded, sort of, in a way.
Yes, and I love my new desktop. It's so much better for video editing.
So in a way, it worked out.
Sort of.
But for the record, yes, sundaes are ice cream with assorted toppings and usually a cherry. And that's I'm done before it explodes again.
Right, yeah. Stop talking about sundaes. It's making the computer uncomfortable.
It upsets it deeply. Okay, but moving on with the rest of the signature dishes.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's me. And they have milkshakes and floats.
Now you know what those are, right?
I know what a milkshake is, honey. You don't have to bring it back up again.
Yes, I do.
Now, a float is ice cream, but has more soda than ice cream, right?
Yes, typically a float is a soda base with ice cream mixed in.
Okay. Right. Ralph's has those.
Yes.
Yeah, they call them icebergs, right?
No. That's something... I don't know what the iceberg is. There was no soda there, though. I don't think.
Okay.
Anyway.
Then moving on. Lastly, they have cold brews. And isn't cold brews coffee?
It is. Cold brew is coffee that is brewed cold.
Okay.
And served cold. It's usually stronger than your traditional iced coffee. And, so in addition to ice cream, beverages, and things like that, you can also get a nice little coffee at this place, if you want.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. A few different places that we have on our list are, like, ice cream / cafes.
Maybe it's for the parents.
Maybe. That's not a bad idea.
Yes.
But anywho, in addition to all of the previously mentioned signature dishes, this particular shop is famous for having a variety of ice cream novelties, which are like the little fun pre-made kind of things.
And they had so many. They had an entire fridge full.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And some of them include the donut ice cream sandwich, right?
Which is literally just an ice cream sandwich, but instead of, like, what are they usually?
Wafer or cookie sides.
Yeah, it's 2 donuts.
Yep. They have something called coffee in a donut, which I'll be honest, it's been so long since I wrote these notes, I don't remember what that is. But I'm assuming it has to do with having a donut and some coffee combined in a manner of speaking.
Maybe coffee is baked into the donut.
Oh my god, that'd be really cool.
That would make more sense than actually trying to, like, get a coffee-shaped cup and then,
shove a donut in there.
Yeah. Maybe it's coffee ice cream.
Oh, maybe.
Does that sound familiar?
I don't know. Hold on.
All right, I'll
keep talking about this. I'm going to do a search.
All right. So they also had a strawberry shortcake bomb, which looked really good to me. It looked like those what do you call those ice creams that are like the vanilla and then they have all those little pop rock looking things around them?
Yeah, we've talked about them. They literally are called strawberry shortcake pops.
All right, I thought I was trying to remember the particular brand, but if you don't...
It's Good Humor.
Oh, Good Humor, okay. It looked exactly like that. One popsicle instead of, like, on a popsicle stick.
Right, it was round instead of...
I almost bought one,
square.
But I did not want to, like, fill up too much before the wedding on ice cream.
Yes,
so I decided against it.
Did we mention that we were in Connecticut for a wedding?
I don't know. It's been so long ago.
I think we did.
We probably did I mean, how could we not talk about those scary, like, ski lifts?
True enough.
Alright, so they also had the chocolate eclair bomb, which I'm pretty sure was just like the strawberry shortcake bomb.
But chocolate.
And then they also had the toasted almond bomb, which is like, yeah, the same thing. It is just a, like the Good Humor bars, the chocolate version, and the toasted almond bomb. Almond version, except, it's a little circular bomb-shaped thing. Be cute if they had a fuse, like, coming out of the top.
That would be really funny.
Although I'd wonder how they would do it.
Licorice?
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Maybe? That would be my thought. For the record, the menu does not specify what on earth coffee in a donut is. It just says it's under ice cream novelties and it costs $6.25. So.
I bet you it's similar to the ice cream sandwich. The donut ice cream sandwich, except like they put coffee ice cream inside the donut.
That would be smart.
If they didn't come up with that, they should. Next, they also have the ice cream nachos. Is that something you remember seeing?
I don't remember seeing it there because I feel like that's a thing you gotta order and they gotta make fresh. Because otherwise the chips, air quotes chips, the little pieces of waffle cone, are gonna get soggy and gross. And nobody likes soggy nachos. And if you do,
normal types,
you're wrong.
Yes. Coolers and quenchers.
Yes, these seem to be like smoothie type beverages. Strawberry cream cooler, strawberry lemonade quencher. So these are like juice / smoothie drinks. In addition to the other stuff too. And I didn't put it on the notes, but it's on the menu. They also have little doggy ice cream treats called Afternoon Doggy Delights.
Yes, I think I remember seeing that.
So that's nice.
So were they dog ice cream or were they dog ice cream or were they like just dog treats? Do you remember?
I assume they're dog ice cream. It doesn't, again, the menu's not very specific, doesn't describe what anything is, but I'm imagining they are little treats for your dog that are frozen.
Also, I just noticed their logo looks like it was made the same way that ours was. I feel like they made it in Cami.
Canva?
Yeah, that.
Well, maybe. It's a cute logo. I really like their logo. It's adorable.
Oh, and I think this is about to answer our question, why we were there. So I guess we didn't really get into the whole
Well, now we can talk more about the wedding, if we didn't already. And if we did, we're sorry. This episode has gone off the rails. But we were there in Connecticut in the first place to attend my friend Carly's wedding. And the ceremony took place in one location, the reception in another location, and there was time in between where she and her husband and their bridal party were taking their photos.
Right. So we decided to go hit up the local ice cream place that we had down on our list because we had the time to do it.
Yes, we were able to kill some time there. But I also think it was funny that like ice cream stuff kind of followed us through the wedding. Do you remember the little tuna cone?
Oh yeah, the tuna cone. Did we take pictures of those?
Oh, I have pictures, and I will include the tuna cone. So we were at the wedding later after the ice cream situation was already over, and
situation. You make it sound like it was a terrible experience.
Well, that's not what okay.
It was a good experience, people. We're not leading up to some sort of like
catastrophe
at Sunday afternoon.
It was wonderful. Spoiler alert.
Other than the
Tesla trucks.
Well, that was just weird that there were so many.
I don't know.
Anywho, the ice cream cone tuna appetizer thing, they had past hors d'oeuvres at this wedding, and one of them was like raw sushi grade tuna in a tiny little waffle cone.
And it was good.
It was so good and so cute. And it was just extra funny because we were like, oh, look, it's tuna ice cream.
I feel like I ate more of them than anyone else in the place. And I had the right, as I couldn't eat a lot of the things that they had there.
Yeah, they had a real bacon-heavy wedding reception.
Which I don't do because I'm a pescatarian.
Yeah.
So fish is like the only meat source that I eat.
I still think it was so funny that you were like, when the guy came over, I was like, why don't you take 2? And you were like, I'm allowed to do that? And I was like, well, yeah, you can't eat anything else, so take 2.
So I started taking 2 of everything?
Yeah, 2 of anything that he could eat. So
the mushroom little things were also good.
Oh, the mushroom torts. I don't have pictures of those, but they were good.
Mm.
They were like these little mini pies that were like mushroom and I want to say goat cheese.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
It was so good.
They had one other thing, but I don't remember what it was.
You ate, or
the
because there were the
one
veggie...
other thing that I liked. They had like 3 things that I liked, and I don't remember what the other one was.
They had the veggie dumplings. Did you like those?
They were okay. I'm not a real dumpling person to begin with.
I love dumplings. I don't know how you don't. It's crazy to me.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's not really why we're here. We're here to talk about ice cream. So the moment you've all been waiting for, what did we end up getting? And I gotta tell you, this place had so many options that choice paralysis was like a real thing for me when we first got there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we ended standing there like 10 minutes just trying to absorb everything that was on the menu.
Yeah, and it worked out because some of my, the friends that came with us, we have a few different bonus orders to talk about today, which will be fun. But we got there first, and we were waiting for a couple of friends who were in a different car to kind of arrive. So we ended up just staring at the menu for a really long time. To make a choice, because there were so many unique flavors and so many like fun flavors,
and all the novelty things and everything. Also, like I could smell it from the other side of the glass. It smelled really good.
It was such a nice little
natural
building.
flavors, natural smells coming from the ice cream.
Yeah. So my first order of business, I saw that they had pumpkin ice cream, and I wanted to try it. But I didn't want to commit to it in case it wasn't my favorite. So I tried the pumpkin ice cream.
They gave you a little sample?
They gave me a little sample. And I liked it. It was good. It didn't hit at the moment of like, okay, I know that this isn't what I want. You know what I mean? Like, right. It was tasty, but it was like, okay,
Maybe if you were like in more of a pumpkin mood, you would have went for that.
Right.
But not for like our first time there and trying to get something that we know we're gonna probably enjoy enough that we can make a good decision on the ice cream itself.
Exactly. So that's what led me to go with a tried and true flavor, one that I like a lot. I got their chocolate peanut butter. And because I was feeling extra, I added Reese's peanut butter cups to it.
Yes.
So I did like basically a double chocolate peanut butter scenario. And it was really high quality chocolate peanut butter. Like, I would say right on par, maybe a smidge above Carvel chocolate peanut butter. And that, prior to us trying Gabriel's Fountain, Carvel has always been my favorite chocolate peanut butter.
Yes.
So, yeah, right in that general zone. It was really, the chocolate was chocolatey. They had swirls of real peanut butter in the ice cream, which is important to me. And they weren't stingy with the toppings either, because I don't know if you I dropped like a bunch of them on the ground. When I tried to move my spoon, they just fell. So, oops, sorry, table.
I think I remember it just tasting very much so like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah, it was really good. 10 out of 10. Well, maybe not a 10, but definitely.
It's pretty good.
Definitely enjoyed.
And did you want to talk about any of the extra flavors?
I think you should go first, and then we'll talk about the bonus orders.
All right. So, I took a long time to make a choice, because literally everything smelled good through the glass. But one smell that particularly stood out to me was a very, delicious smelling apple smell. So, I ended up going with a twofer, like a half-half. Yeah, words. I went with cherry vanilla, because that also just looked really good. But also, as I said, the apple strudel smelled really good.
Ooh.
So, I got both of those half and halves on a waffle cone. When I actually tasted it, apple strudel had a really strong flavor to it. Much better than Magnifico's, but not as good as Ryan's. It was really close,
Okay.
but I remember it being, very, very good, taste-wise. It was comparable to, Carvel, quality of...
Yeah, that's what I would agree with. For sure.
And then, the cherry vanilla had, I remember a lot of black cherries in it, and the flavor was, very good, even in, bites without the cherries, you know what I'm saying? So it was very much so, both of them were very much so infused with their flavors.
Mm.
It wasn't, you could definitely tell it wasn't artificially flavored.
No, they had real apple pieces and real cherries and all that stuff in there.
Yeah. They were both exceptionally good. I liked them a lot. Both flavors. And did you want to start with the extra flavors now?
Yeah, so we got some bonus orders. We had a group of 5 of us total, so we have 3 extras to talk about. My friend Marina has really good taste because she also got the chocolate peanut butter. So not really new there, nothing new to talk about, but she got it on a standard sugar cone. She said that was really good. She also enjoyed the peanut butter flavor, and the cone was decent as well. My friend Madeline got strawberry cheesecake ice cream, which I have to tell you looked really good. It was like a vanilla ice cream with strawberry swirl and cheesecake pieces. She said it was phenomenal. She ate it, honestly, pretty fast. I don't even think I witnessed her actually eat. It was very strange.
Mm.
And then my friend Victoria got a flavor called coconut almond fudge. And I remember her going through a couple of different, back and forth deciding what to do, because they had more than one coconut-based flavor, and that's what she was, honing in on, was, a coconut flavor. So she ended up with the coconut almond fudge, and she said it was really good, coconut-flavored ice cream, with, nuts and fudge swirl in it as well. So everybody who had their ice cream enjoyed the flavor they got. Nobody said blah, everybody really liked it, and we all had a good time. Plus the vibe of the place
Was just really cute.
It was adorable.
Yeah, they had cute little seating areas, inside and outside. Mm-hmm. On the inside, they had this little den. I don't know exactly they had 2. They had the one that was near the window, and I felt like a parent would hang out there. But then they also had this little corner area for the kids.
There was like a playhouse and little Candyland decorations and
Yes.
things like that.
Even the trash can, I think, had like, was a little decorated. It had like the 3 little army guys on top of the trash can.
Yeah. And the outside area had that like big Connect 4 style game, but it was not 4 in a row, it was 6 in a row.
Yeah,
It was very weird.
Yeah, it was Connect 6.
Which I've never seen in my entire life.
But it was cute.
It was cute.
And it took me a second to figure out how to pull the bar out so you can get all the pieces. Yeah, but it was nice. The entire aesthetic and feel of the place was very much so like an ice cream store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like the one of the and as for me, the only thing I can really like I've really got on the other extra bonus flavors was the cheesecake. I have a little note here that said that it had real bits of cheesecake in it. And neither was super rich, which is better for me personally because cheesecake is really dangerous for my stomach. Yeah, like the one that Steven makes. Really good, but really painful.
Really hurty. But speaking of, we're going to move into the overall review. How was the creaminess level? How was your stomach after
It was fine.
Sunday afternoon?
It was fine, which thank God, because we were literally going to the reception after that. I did not need to have like full-blown stomach cramps at that time.
That would not have been fun, trying to do the Cupid shuffle with tummy ache.
Yes. And I shuffled.
You did.
Yes.
I have video.
Yes. But I don't know if we're putting that in here.
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't care.
No,
we'll see.
We're probably not going to do that. But I do have memories.
Yes.
Anywho, so...
But it was a nice little experience to an overall really nice day.
Yeah.
Other than the ski lift.
Yeah, ski lift was a little scary.
Yeah, I did not like the ski lift. And the bees.
Yeah, what was with the bees?
I don't know.
That
I
was
really
unsettling.
I was thinking about it afterwards. I think that the bees were going after people who I noticed they went after women mostly. Perfume. I think the reason they were going after people in general was because of the perfume. And also then there were the ladybugs, but no one cares about the ladybugs.
No, the ladybugs were cool, but it was weird to see them in
that
swarms?
big of groups.
Yeah, it was very like unsettling. Any kind of swarm of anything freaks me out.
You know what I think? I think it's because they were going after like the ski mechanical devices because they were probably generating a lot of heat. And we were on top of a mountain, which is cold. So they were probably all hanging around the electrical equipment because it was warm.
That could be.
That's my guess. That's my best guess.
It makes sense to me. We're gonna stick with it. But yeah, I mean, the flavors were good. We talked about the experience. It was a wonderful time. The location was really cute. You know, it wasn't anywhere like spectacular. It was in like a little strip mall, but they made it nice with the seating area inside and out.
And I think we said that this was a newer place, right?
Yeah, it said 2023.
So I hope they continue to do well because we really enjoyed their ice cream.
We did. I'm rooting for them. And, I mean, especially since they were not expensive.
No, they weren't.
Like, not even a little. You got the waffle cone with 2 big scoops. I got a medium cup with a topping, an extra topping.
Uh-huh.
And our total was $14.71.
Which is crazy.
Which is like...
For the quality that we got.
And you have to remember, Connecticut is typically more expensive than New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
Just because of proximity to New York and things like that.
All them rich folk live... Wait, they're further away than us, aren't they?
Not most parts of Connecticut are actually really close to New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like don't ask me how, because I don't... Geography's not my strong suit, but there are a lot of people who commute from Connecticut to the city for work.
Okay.
Yeah. But still, $13.71? That's so cheap. It was cheaper than Allstead Farms. It was cheaper than... It's right around similar to Frozen... It's a little more expensive than Frozen Flavors, but still...
It was really good.
It was really, really good. But, how good?
Oh, yeah. It's that time.
It's that time of the episode once again.
Yeah. All right. So, do you have any thoughts?
Well, I feel like...
And are we basing it off of... We're just basing it off of ice cream, right? Not like... do we base it off of experience also, or ice cream?
Ice cream, for the most part.
Okay, that's what I figured, because that's, like, that makes the most sense.
Because, I mean, like, overall experience, this day was S tier.
Yes.
Right? But the ice cream specifically...
Also, the building was nice. I mean, the building, yeah.
Yeah, it was really cute. But as far as the ice cream on its own goes...
It was really good.
It was really good.
I loved that it's a lot... The smell, that like, took me by surprise. I did not expect the ice cream to smell as good as it did.
Yeah.
It made me wonder if, like, they just made it that day and, like, threw it out there, and that's why, like, it smelled so good. But I've never been to an ice cream place that, like, smelled that good on the inside.
Interesting.
You have? Do you have an opinion on that?
I just didn't process the smell, I don't think, as much as you did. It didn't affect me that much, I guess.
Maybe your allergies or something, I don't know.
Maybe.
But it was very noticeable to me.
Okay. I mean, cool.
It was, I think that it's definitely somewhere around the A tier.
I was actually thinking that because... So, can you pull up the list, or you want me to?
I'll do it. You just keep doing your thing for a second.
So, because my thought is we kept comparing the flavors and the consistency and the quality to Carvel, right? So it should be on the same level as Carvel. I don't know if I would put it above or below, is the thing.
Okay. Give me one more minute.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, we're missing 17.
Oh.
On this one.
Where was 17? Okay, hold on.
Hang on. Technical difficulties again, folks. This time it's,
I got it.
You do? That's 16 again.
Got it?
Stop.
All right, here we go.
Okay. So, for everyone's, review, our tier list is as follows, beginning in the S tier with the highest rated and going in descending order on the way down. Alstead Farms, Frozen Flavors, Ryan's Homemade Ice Cream, Friendly's, Strollo's Lighthouse, and The Baked Bear. The A tier has Gabriel's Fountain, Nicholas Creamery, Carvel, Ralph's Famous Italian Ices, and Frozen Yo Cafe. B tier has Rita's, Baskin Robbins, and Cold Stone. C tier is still empty somehow. And D tier has Dairy Queen, Magnificos, and Mini Melts.
Okay.
So, I feel like Sunday afternoon...
It's in the A tier somewhere. Right?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
I think that it's better than Ralph's, so we can at least go above that.
But I don't think it's better than Nicholas.
You don't think?
I don't think.
So then it's a matter of how... we did say that the ice cream was, like, quality close to Carvel. So it's just a matter of, is it higher than Carvel or lower than Carvel?
Well, I don't know, man. That's tough. I personally feel like I would put it after Carvel. Just because it's about even, really.
It's about even, yeah.
And as far as repeat, like...
And also, like Carvel, they have a whole lot of novelty stuff.
Yeah, it's very similar in a lot of ways, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely, like, based their business off of Carvel to some degree. They're very similar. It's just this place has more, like, novelty things inside and outside, and Carvel is more corporate.
Okay, I would agree with that. And I think this place has way more scooped flavors to choose from than Carvel. Did they have soft serve?
I don't think they did.
I don't remember. I don't think they did either.
So
yeah.
You would be putting it after Carvel?
I would say between Ralph's and Carvel.
I can agree with that.
Okay.
All right.
So we will be placing Sunday afternoon on the A tier of our list.
And
that seems fair.
Yeah, that'd be 4th place in it.
Correct.
All right.
Okay. 18 episodes.
Yeah, we are up to 18 episodes.
That's wild.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, thank you as always for listening to Scooped Podcast. If you haven't done so already, follow us on the Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like us on Spotify.
And all that jazz.
All that jazz. Remember, we have a Ko-fi account if you feel so inclined to contribute to our ice cream fund. We would greatly appreciate it. And tune in next week, because that is always the best way to support us, is by tuning in and listening.
Yes.
Tune in next week for a review of an ice cream and boba tea shop famous for its whimsical creations.
Oh, that's a good one. All right. Yes, thank you for listening, and look forward to next week, because I definitely did.
It's a fun one. It's a fun one.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.